Hi friends, it's Belinda here from Bee Making Joy, and I want to tell you that you shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes in your knitting. A lot of knitters say it's just sticks and strings, so we can easily rip it back out and try again. So in this video I'm going to show you how and why I ripped out 12 rows of my temperature blanket. If you like this video, please show me some encouragement by clicking the like button and subscribe so that you'll get notification of when I post my next video. When I started my temperature blanket in 2020, I cleaned out my stash and I assigned a fuzzy pink to days that are above plus 30 Celsius. And in 2020, that's my 2020 blanket on the bed, there were only 6 days in the year that I needed to use this. And a similar fuzzy blue was for minus 30 and below. And I only had to use it once in 2020. Then in 2021, I've already used the fuzzy pink 10 times, and there's 8 more in the calendar for the summer. I'm only up to early July here. And I ran out. And I Googled at the time and couldn't find anything. It's discontinued because of scrappy yarn. But I tried to make a substitution of this pink with some red fuzzy, but I didn't quite like it. And then I made a mistake here a few days ago and I frogged it out. And then I decided to Google again and I found it on eBay. It's not quite a match, but I think it's going to be better than the thing I was trying. It's got that prickly red hot heat effect I was going for. Hi friends, Belinda here, and I wanted to show you what I'm up to this afternoon. I'm going to frog back my temperature blanket to replace this row here. So I pulled out the needles and I'm re-threading it through the row I want to save just below the row I'm replacing. So it's a tedious work threading it through, in and out, trying to get every stitch. And hopefully I didn't miss a stitch. If I did, I'll have to watch and catch anything that's running. And I do know it was difficult to get it to stay on track. There is, to stay on the correct row, there is an area here where I went off course and down a row. So when I frog, that's going to leave a little loop behind, but no problem. I can pick that up as I go. Just pay attention stitch by stitch and make sure I get all the stitches. And now we're frogging. It's called frogging because it makes a rivet sound when you pull it. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but so because when I threaded the needle in to mark where I wanted to stop ripping, it didn't go exactly straight across the row. I got pretty close, but I got trapped some of the yarn that I'm trying to rip out. And I've got a couple of spots where I went a row below where I needed to be. So I have these extra loops that I'm going to need to pick back up when I come across to knit. It's not a problem. When I go through with my new color, I'll just fix each problem as I come to it. So I'm going to sit here right on the floor and do that. I'm going to go fetch my colors. And this eyelash yarn is very thin, so I'm holding it together with a worsted weight. I think the red and the pink together makes a nice, very similar look to what I want it. And as I pick up each stitch, I need to make sure I've got the right loop on the left hand needle before I knit it, and that the legs of it are facing the right way. So this one I need to pick it up. And there. So I need it with the front leg on the right side before I can knit it. This one seems to have two parts of it on the needle, so I want this one and I want to drop that one. There we go. And I'm going to weave in my tail as I go also. That one's right. This next one has dropped the stitch, so I need to loop that all back up first before I can knit it. I'll just pick it all back up, and there we go. This one's got the leg facing the wrong way, so let's fix that. And then knit it. Another leg facing the wrong way. I could turn it around, or I could have just knit it the way it appeared, as long as I know that my needle is going through the right direction. Now, something funny is happening here. I've got a stitch that's dropping, so I gotta grab that before it runs. And I got an extra loop on the needle, so let's take that off. Let's fix this dropped stitch. And my phone is ringing. So now I'm at this section where I put the needle in too far below, a row below where I want it to be. So I've got this loop of thread that needs to be reworked up first before I can go back to knitting this row. So these two stitches. And then I have to pick up this. And it was a purl row, so we need to rework that purl row. Nowhere near as fast as I normally knit because, well, it's attached and I have small room to work with here. But there we go. That's all back to where it needs to be. Let's even the stitches out of it. Put them back on my left needle. I'm back to reworking this new row. And there you've got the picture. That's going to take me a while because there's like 240 stitches per row in this blanket. But first, I'm going to take a break and go get some supper. So there, now it's all replaced. It's not the same color, but it's got that prickly heat effect that I'm looking for. I hope that gives you the courage to try it yourself. Thanks for watching.